Bill, a little bit of enthusiasm in wage growth. Is it a wage growth that is enough to change Chair Yellen's dialogue into the September meeting?
Well, maybe not, Tom. I mean, it's 0.3 as opposed to 0.2, but the YOY, as we call it, is 2.5% and didn't change. So, you know, obviously that's a positive, but not much. Jobs above 200,000, as you mentioned, is more than expected during this point in time in the cycle. And so it's a, you know, it's a rather strong economic report, but I don't think it moves markets much. You know, job growth to me doesn't seem to be stimulating economic growth and consumer spending like it has in prior cycles. Wages, as we talked about, are sort of anemic, and the mystery surrounding the participation rate sort of plays havoc with that. And I think what seems most important now to policy rates in the U.S. and globally are core inflation rates, which, as you know, have declined from 1.5% in the U.S. From 1.3% over the last 3 months. And, you know, I think until we see a lift back to 2% in terms of the core inflation rate, the Fed probably begins quantitative tightening, but won't raise short-term rates this year.
You know, we saw that with Governor Carney in a different calculus yesterday. Bill, on the jobs report, and I know David Gura wants to jump in here with questions on labor, is, well, I know that if Janus Henderson held a jobs fair today, 200,000 people would show up. How can you have a good labor economy and have 20,000 plus people show up to put stuff in boxes for Amazon? It's almost as if we have two separate labor economies.
Well, I think we do. We talked about the participation rate, or at least we've mentioned it, and it's significantly lower than what it was, and that's the mystery to all central bankers. To my way of thinking, it's demographically related. It's a structural problem. It suggests that you know, boomers are getting older and older, and that their training for new tech jobs is insignificant, and therefore they don't participate in the economy. Doesn't mean they can't come back in, but to my way of thinking, absent significant job training, that they come back into those you know, lower paying jobs that perhaps Amazon are providing.